saying you're sending input and output. Okay, input as name
Hmm.
and email ID. Okay.
I have done, just wait a second, I
Okay,
think.
so what
Where
logic
is
you have implemented?
I just in logic I put a small case, I mean a small letter, Suman name and email, and I just wanted to do that in uppercase. Like I have done in. Let me show you, sir. Suman subtraction lowercase. Suman, you see it? No, I think Suman lowercase here. I think yes, we'll get it.
Aman, I'm not looking at this. Can you share your what exactly a problem is? Can you explain that?
Okay. Yeah. Problem is, let me tell you. Suman, you see? Okay. In a single, I was not able to map a name and email to result. I had to
You have to use
map it.
concatenate. You have to use concatenate because
Oh,
for input you have two. Okay, for output you
mhm.
have only one. In that case, how we can do that? So we have to have only one output only.
Okay, sir. And let's say one more question. In uppercase, I was getting error like function contain too many parameters. Uppercase.
So what parameters you have used?
Parameters I used uppercase.
Show me the logic. Show me the
I
logic.
mean, Jason.
What you
Jason
implemented?
is.
Can you show me? Can you show
Click
me
on
the
the
logic
right.
that you have implemented? Because none of has faced the problem, so you have only the facing the problem. So can you show me the logic so that I can correct you?
Okay, so I will have to create one more uppercase.
You can show the existing one. You can show me the existing one.
Existing one.
So wherever you have implemented, you can show that.
Body, I think here I'm not getting UC. Lakshman sir told me that I have to take the value from a single variable, like say in uppercase.
Well, single variable or double variable, anything is fine. What you have implemented, just show me that. That is my question to you.
Sumant, it's not for testing. Just show me the logic mapping you have built.
Okay.
Might be you have taken the two variables where
Yes.
the email ID is there. Email ID, the @ symbol. How @ symbol will convert as a uppercase? Only we should convert as a letters.
Okay,
Might be
okay, sir.
this
Okay.
reason.
Clear, clear. Yeah, clear, sir. Thank you, sir. That's what I am asking, sir. Thank you.
Is that clear? Do you have any questions?
Yes, yes, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So any other Vijaya, Swati, Prithvi, Pavan, any questions you have?
Pawan Prithvi here. I mean, I haven't completed the things. I mean, maybe mostly by tomorrow end of the day, I'll complete and I'll share you a mail, Pawan. I need some time actually.
Sure.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Any other guys? Any questions?
Pawan, one more thing, your voice is keep on fluctuating. I mean, it's sometimes it's up and it's sometimes down.
Okay.
Not sure. I'm not sure. I'm only the facing the issue or others. Not sure.
Okay.
Is
Is it fine? Is it fine now?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we seen couple of examples already.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, in substring, can I take the negative string values?
What
It
does
will
one thing? What does string values mean for you?
I mean, I gave one word, my name, I take my name, Swati. I can give the value, string values as -2. Then it will show the
Okay.
which letter, sir?
Simple logic you have to understand. Minus, plus, it comes for numbers, not for string. String is A, B, C, D.
Okay.
Okay, minus plus will not come under string. It will not
Okay.
convert a minus and plus into upper or smaller case.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Sir, including ABCD, and there will be any number that will be valid a string. Let's say
It is valid
ABCD
as a
1 2.
string. Valid as a string, but it cannot be converted into uppercase or lowercase. That is
All right.
Clear?
Yes.
Any other question before I proceed further? Okay, so we have seen about this examples. Also, we have seen some examples on substring, uppercase, lowercase, and what all examples you have done?
String length
Okay,
contains.
string length and
Contains.
content. Okay, this examples we have seen. Good. Okay, now let's see what exactly the variables are. Okay, so let me create. Okay, so there are. Okay, let me do with the schedule based integration. Okay, so now int variables. First point would be tracking variable. This is one thing you have to understand. So what is a tracking variable? So tracking variable is like for tracking your thing. So let me drag and drop here. So when your integration is started, so these are the variables that we have, tracking variables, which you can also see inside your integration. You can update these as well as a tracking variable. Okay, when have started, when has completed, those things you have to see it, or you can put it this also. Okay. So when we see it, tracking variables, if we have 10, we can maximum have 3 tracking variables, not more than that. If we are already using it, you cannot do that. So if you want to delete a tracking variable, click on this. For schedule-based integration, it always starts with start time. So when your integration has started, it will comes with your time. Okay. After this, you have to save this. Earlier it was 2 errors. It was only 1. Because we have only these errors because this is not implemented yet. This is in draft version. So you have to understand 2 things. How many types of variables that we have? Generally, there are 2 types of variables. One is local variable, another is global variable. Okay, so what is local variable? What is global variable? So local variable is like if we are using the code within some scope. What is scope we'll see later point of time. But if you want to restrict the variable to that specific scope, to that between the certain logic only. If you want to put that variable visible to that, then we go with local variable. Global variable. Global variable, if we want to use across the integration, let's consider at the beginning of the process, you have created a variable that you want to show across the integration. Then we go with a global variable. The best examples of local variable and global variable. Okay. Okay, don't take otherwise. I'm giving a weird example, but it will easy for you to understand it. Okay. You take Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. He's a father of nation. Okay. He's a father of nation. So, he's a global variable. Your father, everyone's father. is a local variable. He is a father for only for us or for our siblings, not for anyone. Okay, when you take example of Mahatma Gandhi, he is a father of nation. Is like he got a title. So everyone can call him as a father of nation, but everyone cannot be called as a father if it is a local variable. The same way, we have prime minister. Okay, is a prime minister of only India, but he is not prime minister for entire all the countries. He is a local variable. Prime minister is a local variable. Chief minister is a local variable. Minister is a local variable. We also called as who is a local MLA, who is local minister. So these are their local. He is only 2 hours. But prime minister and chief minister is chief minister and prime minister for the entire country, but only for India. Chief minister is a CM for the entire state, but only for Andhra Pradesh or Telangana or Tamil Nadu or Delhi, Bihar, UP. For the corresponding states only he is a chief minister, but he is not for entire country. Prime minister for the entire country, only for India. Okay, so these are the examples of local and global variables. So I'll show you the example how exactly what I exactly meant for. Okay, so you can create local variables as well as global variables. At the beginning of the process, if you create any variable, let's consider, I'll name it as global variable assign. Okay, I've created at the beginning. I'll name it as, what is the integration name? Integration name. Okay, so you can get the integration name at runtime. Okay, how you can see integration, we have a name. Okay, this is the integration name. Same way we can get for instance ID. Metadata, runtime, instance ID. These are predefined values which we get at runtime. Okay, so what is integration? It will come at runtime. You'll see. Okay, int variables is the integration name. Okay, you'll get it. So first I've created a simple assign variable or assign activity where I'll be getting the runtime values for your integration. At runtime, if you want to get it, after executing, you want to get that value. Then I'll be using this. Okay, click on submit. I did not hard code, I did not give the name. This we call as instance ID 1200145. Okay, now click on this. You can see here. See, this is my integration name. You got it. This is my instance ID. You can see it. Okay. Now it will be visible across multiple. What I'm doing right now, don't consider much, but I'm just trying to explain you the local variables and global variables for you. Okay, so what I'm doing, how I'm doing, don't deep dive or understand completely, or try to understand what I'm doing, how to do it. We'll see that examples later, but let me have something called scope. You can change from horizontal to vertical, vertical to horizontal. There is no harm in that. For easy readability. Okay, now I'll take a assign variable. Okay, I'll name it as local variable. Assign. I'll name it as sample variable. A, B, C, D. or let me get a environment details. Okay, service instance. Let me get it some value. That's fine. Validate. Okay. So now I've created a temporary variable or local variable for them. If you want to see the variable, global variables, I've created two variables, integration name and instance ID. So if you want to access here within my scope, you can access it. You can see integration name, instance ID. Okay, so let me go with the instance ID. That variable, you can again access it. Okay. Now, when you see the variables here, I'll click and delete this. You can see your local variable. You can see the tracking variables, which are nothing but here global variables, which you can see it. We can update it later. We can manipulate the data later, and we have a local variable. Just now I've created it. But when you see it, we have the 6 variables. So not let me delete this. But we have created a local variable by name sample variable. Now I'll try to go here. Okay, let me create a variable. You can see only this. Oh, sample variable is also visible. Okay, okay, my bad. So it is not for scope level, it's for each. My bad. Okay. Let me use something called for each. Something. Why I'm using for each? Just forget it right now. We don't have anything. Not take it. Repeat it. Correct. Okay, I'll explain that later, Quantum. That's fine. No problem. When I explain you this Parish, then I'll explain that. But to go with, there are this we call as a main scope. Okay, this is here called as a side scope. So to explain you, there are two types of variables: local and global. Local within that scope, in the sense when you are running a loop, that is only visible within the loop. It can be for loop, it can be while loop. Global variable, when you assign it, it is visible across a complete integration. Okay, so there are other way of creating a global variable. This one. Okay, add a variable. You can name it as sample. Okay, string. So different types we can create it. String, boolean, date type, number, everything we can create it. Sample, sample 2. Okay. Now I can show you the global variable difference for you. Okay. What happened? Let me crash. It will get crash. That's fine. No problem. Okay. So when your browser crashes, when you forcibly close it, it will go to unsafe changes. Then click on unlock, edit and recover. Then immediately save it. Okay, I have created a variable sample and sample 2. Okay, now you can see that variable here. What happened? It's not visible here. One moment. Okay, it is already there. Let me put it this. What the heck? Variables are visible, but it's not why it's not retained showing us. Okay, so that's okay. We'll explain. We'll see that later. Okay, so now tracking variable 2, 3. Earlier we did not say it. You can say it as started. Okay, and take another variable, tracking variable 3, completed. Or I want to update this at the end. Tracking variable 2 itself, I want to say it as starting. The same variable, if you want to update at the end of the process, we can do that. Just before this, you use this tracking variable and assign. Tracking variable completed. Okay, save this. Also, let me add one more tracking variable here. In progress. Only when you see it, I cannot add any static values. Okay, I'm trying to type it. We cannot add it. Only the values which are available at the beginning of the process, those can be done. If you are creating a REST-based API or if you are using a SOAP-based API, we might be having a multiple input parameters that we can give as a tracking field. But if you want to type anything, it will not accept it. I'm trying to type it. It's not accepting it. Okay, the input parameter that we are getting it will do it. For schedule-based integration will have start time with as a input parameter to begin your process. Okay, so here for tracking variable 2, I'm saying as started. Okay, end of the process I'm saying as completed. Now close this. Activate. Let me test this. But initially you may not be seeing whether it's actually working both. When you see there will be two tracking variables. See, tracking variable is completed. You're saying as giving a variable here, saying like it's completed. Here when you see is it is giving us start date time as a primary identifier or tracking variable. Okay, so if we want to see it much better way, so let me add a wait activity. So wait activity is generally used to wait your instance for a couple of seconds or a minute. So let me go to my wait. Okay, put it here. Wait. We can give hours, we can give minutes, we can give seconds. Let me give 30 seconds for you. Submit. I'll go to the direct instance. See, tracking is now started. It's in progress. It will wait for 30 seconds and complete the process. And it will say as completed. See, it's completed and it took 30 odd seconds. Clear, guys? So we can create a variables beginning of the process, middle of the process, within the scope, and everywhere we can create the variables. But when you create a global variables, it can be accessible across a complete integration. So right now I cannot simulate that. The reason behind I'm not using a for loop. So probably in next couple of sessions when we do it, I'll explain you that. Clear, guys? Any questions? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Any questions? Guys, any questions? Answer something.
No, sir. We'll try it.
Okay. So what is the task for you? Okay, creating a different variables and try to update it. So how I can update it? I'll show you that. Okay. So we have seen I've created a variable at the beginning of the process has started and name it as completed after second. So now the task for you guys is one, create synchronous process using REST API. Okay. Then create variables. Okay. Update variables by using in between wait activity you can put it. Okay, in between that you can use a wait activity. I need your observation whether it will work, whether it will not work. I need your observation. The same case you do it for one way. Okay, you do it for schedule based, which I have done. Okay, these are examples for you. You complete it and let me know. So what you have to do, I've explained you already. Okay, start the process. Okay, create a variable, one or two variables, have a wait activity. You can ignore this. That's not a problem. Create a variable, have a wait activity, then update the value. Okay, for both the things, you can do that. Clear, guys? Any questions?
No, Pawan, we are good.
Okay. So you guys complete these examples and make sure like it is completed. Okay. So all these examples you have completed. Tomorrow we'll see about understand about date function. Tomorrow we'll see that. Okay. Or you can try it out. Okay, that's fine. We can do it tomorrow. That should not be a problem. Okay. Just try to complete this part. Clear? Okay. So if you don't have the questions, let's stop this for now. We'll connect tomorrow, same time.
Sure, Pawan. Thank you.
Okay.